What's up, guys? My name's Gamer360Sports, giving you guys episode 2 of my Ultimate Team series. This episode we have 3 solo challenges, no online games just yet. We need to still get used to this game and used to this team. We're starting off with the All-MAC Conference game on freshmen with 2-minute quarters, just like the first game in the first episode against the All-Sun Belt team. And Bo knows he wants to go to the end zone early, and he does just that on this kick return to make it 7-0 in the first 10 seconds of the ball game. Now, the All-MAC Conference had one quarterback and one right back that were noticeable. Chandler Harnish as well as Michael Turner. Both of these guys are NFL players. One of them's a star, one's a backup, according to the last pick in a couple years ago's draft. Now anyway, hand off to Michael Turner right here. He would get a first down at the 34-yard line. But once again on 3rd and 9, we bring the blitz, and the freshman offensive linemen do not know how to play, as this will be sacked inside the 30-yard line. We get the ball and go down the field. Now Barry Sanders would run the ball right here, juke move a guy right up his shoes, and yes, that's going to go down to the 3-yard line. So on the next rush, setting up once again in the single back formation with the tight end on the right side, Barry Sanders dives into the end zone for his first touchdown of the season and the episode and the game. Now 3rd and 4 once again. Harnish in the shotgun, trying to do something right here, throwing towards the side. He finds the end zone as that goes into Dominique Hickson, a 34-yard reception to make it 14-7. But on 3rd and 7, we bring the pressure. Here comes Jamison, and here comes a fumble picked up by Yonda, as that'll be picked up by Northern Illinois. We get down the field again, and with a couple seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, we find Bennett, and that's going to be the first passing touchdown of the game to make it 21-7. We make it 28-7 now, as Barry Sanders would run it in easily here in Missouri, and we continue on with this game. Harness in the shotgun on 2nd and 10, trying to do something. Here comes the blitz, and here's a sack. It leads to a 7-yard completion on 3rd down, and a punt return by Barry Sanders. And so on the punt return, he goes to the left side of the field, has some blocks, and he's going to go down inside the 30-yard line. And what do we do to kick this game off and end it off, actually? We hand it up to Haas, and he would run it in for the first fullback touchdown of the season. That makes it 35-7 the final. That's an easy 500 coins in total. We needed those coins. We had 0 so far on the season. You get some for playing online, but not that much. Now we're taking on the All-Conference USA team. Difference is right here, it's 3-minute quarters as well as on varsity instead of freshmen. Now we're taking on Tulsa, who's 78 overall. And here we go. Colin Kaepernick starts this off by finding Patrick Turner on the almost drop pass for an easy completion for the first down. Now 2nd and 5, handing it off to Barry Sanders. He goes off the offensive lineman and goes down to the 35-yard line on a 13-yard rush. Now 2nd and 10, slant routes. We go to Anquan Bolden, and he goes inside the 20-yard line. He's down to the 17 on a 17-yard reception. And on 2nd and 8, handing off again to Barry Sanders, and Barry knows he wants to go to the end zone. Once again, he's stuffed on a long rush, and once again, he tries to punch it in. With 37 seconds to go, the former Detroit Lion punches it in for his first touchdown of the game. Now, Joe Webb was at quarterback after an injury to Kevin Cobb, and on 3rd and 24, he would throw this ball deep, but is picked off by Cummings to start off the 2nd quarter. And so that gave us a huge chance to score another touchdown in this one. But on 4th and 3, we had to go for it. And Alex Smith is in the game after an injury. Barry Sanders takes it down the sideline, and that's going to be another touchdown. The Detroit Lion fans must be happy. He's dominating right now in this one. Now on 3rd and 10, Joe Webb winding it down with 1:15 to go in the half. You can see it's another fumble picked up by Vontae Davis, the 2nd turnover for Tulsa and Conference USA in this one. Now we hand it off again to Barry, his 3rd touchdown of the ball game. We continue to go down the field. Now Joe Webb again with 4 seconds to go in the half. How about we force one more turnover, shall we? Vontae Davis with a forced fumble and an interception in this one to end off the first half 21-0. So that's 3 turnovers for Conference USA here on varsity. Now they got down the field with Kevin Cobb on 3rd and 15 with 1:36 to go in the fourth quarter. Man in the motion, trying to wind things down and get a touchdown. You can see we're bringing on the blitz, and they could not get the screen going as Kevin Cobb is sacked for 11 yards. So on 4th and 26, Connect is roaring, and you can see Kevin Cobb would get sacked again to end off this ball game for another 600 coins that we needed as well. They're easy coins to get right now with these conference games, but it gets harder as you go on. None of the levels are on Heisman though, so that's a blessing to you guys if you do not like playing on Heisman like I do. Now here's our featured game for this episode, the ESPN Game of the Week involving ESPN's Ultimate Team Competition. Right now this is for 1,000 coins. We got 1,100 right now, and we're taking on the Miami Hurricanes all-time team with a couple others in the game. For example, Doug Flutie is at quarterback for the Miami Hurricanes. But anyway, we start things off getting stuffed on 3rd and 1. Barry Sanders has to go for it. We do not want to give them a chance to score a touchdown this early, as Barry Sanders would run the ball for the first down on 4th and inches in very risky territory. Now 1st and 10 again, Kaepernick will have to roll out to his left. He scrambles forward, he gets across the 50 and he slides down, kicking Ray Lewis in the balls for a first down. Now once again, Kaepernick, you can see a route's going to open up right up the middle of the field. He does not see it, and Kaepernick sacked for 7 yards, once again by the defensive lineman. But on 2nd and 17, it's another open man opening up. It is Bennett right there. He throws it instead to a wide receiver, and it's picked up by Ed Reed. Ed Reed would bring it down across the 50, brought down at the 43-yard line. That's the first interception of the game. Now on 1st and 10, though, Edgerrin James in the backfield. Flutie passes it to Winslow Jr., and he fumbles the ball. It's picked up by Joe Hayden, and that's going to be the first turnover for the Miami Hurricanes. So on 3rd and 7, we have a chance to go down the field again. So Kaepernick would find Anquan Bolden, and he goes across the 50-yard line for a 10-yard reception for the first. Now once again, starting off the second quarter, changing up the play with the slant route. Bolden on the motion. Kaepernick backs up the pass, and he gets brought down by his own offensive lineman for an 8-yard sack. So on 2nd and 18, setting up once again, trying to find an easy pass is Kaepernick. He backs up the pass, throwing up the middle, he finds Dwayne Bowe, and that's an 8-yard reception. That makes it 3rd and 10. We go no huddle with 2:23 to go in the second quarter, and Kaepernick once again would throw it deep, and it would be almost picked off again. Very close to being picked off by Ed Reed. That would end up leading to a punt. Now Doug Flutie hands it off to James, and James on 3rd and 13 would get stuffed. Both sides struggled in the first half, and once again Kaepernick's going down the field. With 1:10 to go, man in the motion, you can see he tries to scramble, he finds Bennett inside the 25-yard line. So 1st and 10 again, 4 for 7 right now is Kaepernick. Backing up to pass, he's going to have to scramble to his right, and he throws a bad pass, and it's picked up by Antoine Roll. And that'll be inside, just past the 20-yard line actually, for a 1st and 10. Now Doug Flutie would find a nice catch that would turn around the game. Devin Hester on the 30-yard reception goes across the 50. So Doug Flutie again finds Kellen Winslow Jr. That's going to be a completion down to the 33-yard line with 49 seconds to go. Now continuing to go down the field, Doug Flutie is alone in the backfield. He would scramble to his right, and that's an easy rush to go inside the 15-yard line. And so now in 2nd and 2, Doug Flutie backing up the pass again. He finds Winslow Jr. for the second straight completion for a 4-yard touchdown to make it 7-0 Hurricanes. And we got 4 seconds to go now for a Hail Mary pass. We lob it up, and it's caught by Dwayne Bowe. He tries to run off to the races, but he's brought down at the 13-yard line. That does not lead to a touchdown. It is 7-0 Miami at the end of the first half. So Doug Flutie again would hand it off to James, and James would just burn everyone. He goes down the field, brought out at the 40-yard line on a 38-yard rush, and so on 1st and 10 once again, fake handoff again to James. And when James, nice blocking as he finds Santana Moss for a 13-yard reception. 1st and 10 again. And Doug Flutie, I wish he wasn't on this team. I wish there was over 3,000 players in Ultimate Team. There's only 1,200. So this is going to be common to see players from other teams on these challenges. But anyway, 2nd and 17. We find Bennett up the middle as Martellius Burnett gets a 24-yard reception. Now 1st and 10 again. Still here in the 3rd quarter, we find Dwayne Bowe. He breaks the tackle and gets across the 50-yard line for another 1st down. Minute 37 to go now. 2nd and 10. Going to pass to Anquan Bolden. He gets a 9-yard reception. It leads to a no-huddle play right here, as now that's 19 yards of receptions for Bolden. Now Kaepernick will hand it off to Barry Sanders, almost said Logan Sanders from Kentucky. That's a 1st down. Now 2nd and 10 once again, Kaepernick going to throw it towards the middle. He finds Patrick Turner. He breaks a few tackles and goes down to the 14-yard line. 165 passing yards now. Now 3rd and 10, 4 verticals looking for the 1st touchdown, and we do that. We find one Michael James for a 15-yard reception. He's only good as a wide receiver right now because we only have 3 wide receivers on this entire team. But anyway, Miami would burn us. Man, oh man, we just got mossed by a different moss. Santana Moss goes down the field. Fruity is 8 for 8 passing. And so, 1st and 10. We have to get a touchdown back. Bennett would be brought down at the 36-yard line for a nice catch for 35 yards. Now 2nd and 11. Kaepernick backing up to throw. Floats it up again to Patrick Turner. He's brought down inside the 11-yard line on 26-yard reception. And to start off the 4th quarter is more pressure because we have to throw up the middle and it's caught by Barry Sanders. And now we have 12 1st downs, make that 13 as that makes it 21-14. But Doug Flutie took over at the end of this ball game. 3rd and 16, blitz coming. He finds a screen to James. He turns on the afterburners and does a few cuckoo moves to get brought down at the 40-yard line. So 1st and 10 again. Doug Flutie would pass it to Kellen Winslow Jr., who goes inside the 15 on that reception. And yeah, you can kiss this one goodbye. I just burped right there, but Christian Ponder holds it in to make it 24-14 final. Unfortunately, we don't get those 1,000 coins right now. Hopefully, we can get them in the future, but that only gets us a total of 200 coins. That's it. But anyway, this will now wrap up this episode of NCAA Ultimate Team here on my channel with the Xbox 360. If you guys have any feedback or anything to say about this episode, tell me in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have a great day.